Hello friends, today we are going to talk about asynchronous counters IC7490. In this IC there are two counters, mod 2 and mod 5. Mod 5, as you know, requires 3 flip-flops, so we have used 3 flip-flops, that is B, C and D. Mod 2 requires 1 flip-flop, so we have used flip-flop A, as you can see in the block diagram. QA, QB, QC and QD are the outputs, QD being MSB, and input A is the input of mod 2 counter and input B is the input of mod 5 counter. R1 and R2 are reset inputs, one for each counter. Set S1 and S2 are set inputs for each counter, one for each counter. So in all 4 flip-flops and 2 counters. Now here, note that the work of reset is to make the count 0 and the work of set is to make the count 1. In this case, set will make the count 1001 in all. 1001 why? Because 1 for mod 2 counter and 001 for mod 5 counter. You know that mod 5 will have QB, QC, QD. And when is it said to be in state 1? When it is 000, when it is 001. So total overall set will make the count 1001. But the question is, when will they do their work? So there are two options, there are two cases, active high signal and active low signal. Active high signal is 1, that is high. Active low is 0. So if reset is active high signal, it is said to do its work when we give it high, that is when we give it 1. Similarly, set is said to be high if it does its work when we give it 1 or active high signal. When we give it 0, it won't do its work because it is active high. And what is its work? To make 1. If it is active low, then it will do its work when we give it 0, otherwise it won't do. Now there are two modes of operation of this IC. I have listed as case 1 and case 2. I already mentioned that there are 2 counters in this, so they can operate in any sequence. So that is why we have 2 modes. In first sequence or first mode, mod 2 is operating first and then mod 5. In second mode, mod 5 is operating first and then mod 2. Now, as you all know that this is asynchronous counter, so in this clock is very important and clock is not synchronized. There is separate clock for each counter, and the clock of second is the output of first. So what in case 1, which is first, mod 2, so to the first clock input is given, and for the second the clock input would be the output of first. So clock is applied at input A, output of A is connected to input B. Similarly, in case 2, it will be the reverse. Here clock will be applied to mod 5 counter first and its output will act as the clock input for mod 2 counter. First we will see how the operation takes place in case 1. As I said, mod 2 followed by mod 5 means mod 2 first then mod 5. So mod 2 first means what? That clock is applied at mod 2. So first mod 2's state will change and mod 2 will operate only in 2 states, 0 and 1. So observe here QA, which is the output of mod 2 counter. It is changing at every state or every clock pulse, 01, 01, 01. But QD, QC, QB, which are the outputs of mod 5, don't change at every clock pulse, because they are second in the sequence. They operate after mod 2. Observe here that whenever QA changes from 1 to 0, only then does the state of Q mod 5 counter change. From 000 it changes to 001, that is to its next state. Then again when it is 0 to 1, the state of mod 5 counter is same. But again when it changes from 1 to 0, it moves to the mod 5 moves to next state, that is from 1 to 2. So it goes on up till 9, and on coming at 10th counter it becomes 000 because it is decayed counter. So it operates only in 0 to 9, that is total 10 states. So that is what I said, whenever QA changes from 1 to 0, negative edge trigger, state of mod 5 counter changes only then. In case 2, reverse is happening. Mod phi is first followed by mod 2. So here at every clock, the mod phi state, that is QD, QC, QB, will change continuously, whereas QA will remain in its previous state until QD. Like in first case, QA was changing, then only mod phi state was changing. Here when QD will change from 1 to 0, then only QA, that is state of mod 2 counter, will change to its next state. And here only two options are there for mod 2, 0 and 1. So when QD is changed from 1 to 0, it will change from 0, which is the initial state, to 1. That is its next state and the only state possible. So similarly it goes on till 9, and on becoming 10th counter state it becomes 0, 0, 0. So the statement for case 2 would be whenever QD changes from 1 to 0, that is negative edge trigger, the state of mod 2 counter changes only then. As you can see, that is what I have written here. Whenever QD changes from 1 to 0, state of mod 2 changes, goes to next state. Thank you. So guys, if you seriously like, please give a like to me and recommend this to others also. Thank you.